Visit ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more.
Hey, what is going on, Poké fans? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at Ariados, Salazzle, Mismagius, triple poison deck, as I like to call it, but it's not obviously triple poison because I can't triple poison my opponent, but I can definitely triple a special condition my opponent active Pokemon. So with Ariados, 70 HP reactive poison attack, we can hit for 20 plus 50 more for each special condition that affects our opponent active Pokemon. And yeah, we can hit for like 150 plus 20, 170, and then with poison and burn, that damage can be increased up to 200, and in tier with the choice band up to 30, but that's not the end, because with Shrines of Punishments between turns, we can add even a little bit more pressure to our opponent, and that damage can be even increased more. So theoretically it can knock out anything that can't retreat potentially at the opponent's next turn, obviously, and it can one-hit knock out everything under, 200 damage for sure. With Salazzle, Hot Poison, when we play Salazzle from our hand, we can simply leave our opponent active Pokemon burn and poison, and that's the way to get those special condition markers in play. But that's not all, because I'm running also Mismagius that can simply use Mysterious Message. I can knock my Mismagius, I can draw cards till I have 7, and then I can trigger my Tensor strategy, and then once I do that, I can simply start to use my Koga Strap and also add that extra confusion onto my opponent active Pokemon, so in case if I can't knock it out with a single shot, I can just burn him, poison him, and confuse him, so even if he tries to attack, he'll probably flip the tails, 50-50 chance, and then he would knock himself out, which is even better. Some other cards that we're going to find in this deck list: obviously 2 copies of Marshadow and 1 copy of Mew to protect our bench, 2 copies of Stellar Wishes Jirachi, and 1 copy of Ditto. More than that, I also decided to play 1-2 lineup of that Misdreavus and Mismagius. So this is complete non-GX deck, as you can see. Moving on to the item cards, I'm running 4 copies of Netball and Ultra Ball for the setup. In addition to that, 2 Devolution Spray Z's, so I can basically shuffle back my Salazzle into my deck, get it back, so I can just use another Hot Poison. There is 1 copy of Energy Recycle System, because I'm running only 4 copies of Basic Grass Energies. And from other item cards, I'm running also 2 copies of Rescue Stretcher, because resources in this deck are very important. Then, in addition to item cards, 2 copies of Choice Band and 2 copies of Escape Board, extra damage for retreat with pretty much all of these Pokemons, because all of my Pokemons have only 1 retreat cost, so having that Escape Board in deck is a very good tech as well, because then I can have free retreat as long as my opponent don't have Absol sitting on his bench with that powerful ability. 2 Shrines of Punishment, Stadium Decision, and then Power of 3, as I like to say. I'm running 3 copies of each supporter card on my list. So for the drop support, 3 copies of Cynthia and 3 copies of Lillie, 3 copies of Guzma, as well as 3 copies of Koga Strap, and 3 copies of Tensor Strategy. And this is the deck that I'm going to use and test in today's video. And it's going to be actually very interesting and funny deck to play with it. As always, that's my main focus, to bring something unusual, to bring something that is not top competitive but still can beat every competitive deck. So yeah, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you already didn't. So see you in the game. Alright, so starting first, and let's just jump up to the first 7 cards and see what do we have here. So we have very nice opening hand, including Spinarak and Salandit. More than that, there's a Ultra Ball and a Netball, which basically means that I can have very explosive turn 1. Gonna play versus Blacephalon. So let's see a full potential of this deck playing versus Blacephalon. So I'm gonna throw out one of my Lillies and Devolution Sprays. I don't want to actually waste so many drop supporters. Somehow I feel this is not going to be a good idea at all. And also we'll use 1 Ditto in play. Maybe I can still hit my opponent hard there next turn. I'm just gonna need one energy, basically. That's gonna be it. So far looking good. So far looking so good. The only thing that actually considers me is that Blazer. I just hope my opponent won't be able to take the first knockout in the game. It is very important for me somehow to avoid that first knockout in the game. Oh, luckily there was no energy for my opponent, so only 20. And that's it. Alright, it is my turn, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just see what we can do. We can definitely put 3 Spinarks and Ariados in play. Oof, I nearly evolved my Ditto, so that was almost a disaster. Alright, so gonna use that Mismagius. And... Huh. Should I do that? Yeah, I guess I should. Maybe I can find Letensor Strategy. Yes, I can. All right, that's the good play here. That's the risk, but it actually paid off. So I have Letensor Strategy, and I'm gonna have my Koga Strap as well. More than that, I can also play a Cynthia. There is a Let Loose Marshadow, but I'm thinking about just playing something like this. I'm gonna need another Salandit for the following turn, and the big problem for me is the fact that I'm 1 prize behind my opponent after he knocks me out. But for now it's good because I managed to set up. I mean, this deck is actually built to counter, you know, GX decks. It can stay toe-to-toe with, you know, basically, it can stay good versus non-GX decks, but still it's not going to be that effective as it will be against GX. But all suddenly my opponent just decided to be crazy and he placed on the bench that Rescue. Well, it's okay, I like it, because why not? It's triple price card, so let's do it. There's a power plant which actually won't bother me too much. Oh, he wanna go with the Rescue. Challenge accepted. So there's a Nazball, and so he's playing Lurantis, Blacephalon, Rescue deck, and also Salazzle for the Rust reveal and for some extra draw support. Still with the Blazer he can get lucky. I hope he won't. Oh, there we go. So possible play for me, another prize card. Alright, right now I can't use advantage of Letensor Strategy, but what I can do, I can definitely use my Netball and search my deck for 1 energy card, which I will do for sure. And then it's actually time for Cynthia. I think I'm gonna play Spider Trap, probably. I can take the knockout as well, so actually I can definitely take the knockout if I Ultra Ball, but then for the next turn, okay, we can do actually that. It's a bit risky, but is there anything else that my opponent can do than promote just Rescue in the front because he is the only available Pokemon for him? Let's do it. Let's have some fun. Reactive Poison for the knockout. I mean, I have Rescue Stretcher available, right? So I can still basically get in a position to use my Letensor Strategy with that Mismagius play and draw cards until I have 7 in my hand. So if I get lucky, I can maybe even hit for 200 plus, which is the way to go. So there is Lurantis with a Sunny Day, which says that your Fire and Grass active Pokemons will have 20 damage extra from the attack, and a Pokemon Communication, which might be for another one, and it is. So with the Outrage, my opponent can one-hit knock me out without too many problems, because I have weakness. And there we go. That's the Outrage. Okay. Having one Salandit on the bench and Salazzle in my hand looks like a good turn to me. Other than that, I'm gonna need Choice Band and Shrine of Punishment as well. And look what I managed to top deck. I top deck a Guzma. So right now I can't play my Letensor strategy. So first things first, I'm gonna need to put my Mismagius in play one more time, so I can use my Mysterious Message. And then I will knock my Mysterious Message Mismagius out and draw more resources. There we go. And the funny, interesting thing is that I even managed to get a Jirachi here. Energy. For now, I'm hitting with my Reactive Poison. Yeah, just a Koga's Trap in addition to that, and Reactive Poison for 200. And 10, 20, okay, 230 in total. Alright, not that bad. My opponent is like confused, poisoned, burned. So he's actually affected by 3 special conditions. And I'm not sure why they added 200. Oh, actually 20 plus, and then for the poison and confusion. Okay, makes sense. 230. This Reshizard is actually on the knees. If he decides to attack with the Reshizard, and if he flip tails on the coin flip, it's a GG, because poison and burn will knock him out. Even if he actually flip heads, I don't need to worry too much, because again, the same thing gonna happen. But he managed to get that Ace Roll in play, luckily for him. And hey, it is how it is. So he can promote another Reshizard in the front, and I need to find a backdoor here, how to knock him out. It's definitely not going to be super easy for me, that's for sure. And with that being said, I'm going to play my Rescue Stretcher, and I will recycle back. I need to recycle Ariados, hoping that I'm going to get my Spinarak from the prize. Yeah, it is time for the Letensor strategy. It is time for the Guzma. And it is time to catch his Salazzle with my Jirachi. Can I get another draw support there? Nope. But I have Devolution Spray ready in my hand. That's the question. Should I actually go for it? As it looks right now, I guess I don't have way too many options available, then just go for it. Devolution Spray, shuffling back one of my Salazzles back into my deck, and I'm wondering if it's worth to... Yeah, I guess I will try to do that, knowing that my opponent have Acerola in his hand. I will try to basically force him to flip tails in the coin flip. Man, he did wake up. So, yeah, I did my best, actually. I did my best. Maybe I can still win. I don't know. I hope I can, but I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't play Letensor strategy so easily. I still have one, but not sure if I will hit that Letensor strategy combo anyways. It needs to be strong top deck. It needs to be Letensor strategy top deck, and then maybe Jirachi for Cynthia. Who knows? Actually, Acerola saves the day for my opponent. There's no doubt about that. I mean, he got lucky there with the Acerola play. I mean, his hand is just way too big right now at this moment. I mean, really it is. I did my best, actually. I did actually good plays there. Maybe with one Raichu as attack, this would be even better. So he outraged me there for like 160. And that's insane amount of the damage. And I need to find a way to knock him out somehow. Oh, Choice Band is a good way to go. Stellar Wish. Koga's Trap. Okay, we can do that. I guess better than nothing, right? Okay, so right now he's affected. He's not burned. He's just confused and poisoned. And this Ariados in my hand is the only Ariados that I have available, which basically means that after I hit my opponent with my reactive poison, he will probably just retreat and knock me back with his another Reshizard. If there was at least burn marker on my opponent Reshizard, I would definitely win a game. So if the top deck was actually a, I don't know, Salazzle, then I would go down to one price card, and with the one price card I would still stand a chance somehow maybe to knock that Lurantis or maybe Salazzle, but double Acerola play actually saved my opponent here. And there's the Outrage for 140, and right now I'm just without attacker, and what I can do, let's see what I can top deck. Pretty much nothing, because I already waste all of my resources. Just a little answer strategy. Damn it. And I can just pass my turn, say well played to my opponent, and yeah, just look forward for another game. And this is gonna be one Flare Strike for 460 and 540. That's like 6 times 7. 6 times 7, actually 49. So he almost managed to knock 6 Jirachis, so that's the GG. Alright, so we are jumping back to the game number 2. So that game number 1, I mean, it was a decent game up, but yeah, I mean, I lost it. Charizard weakness, 2 ace rollers in a row. I simply couldn't win on that way. But I did my best. I actually did my best. But yeah, it was a little bit too much. Looking at my opening hand, something tells me that this Ditto needs to be saved. But on the other side of the field, once Ditto is knocked out, it goes to the loss zone. And I really want to use Ditto for the Misdreavus, for Mismagius. Okay, Lillie top deck. So let it be a Spinarak play. Let it be one Ultra Ball play. And it's obvious that I'm gonna go for Jirachi, so I can Stellar Wish. And before that, I'm gonna go with my Lillie in hope to find maybe. Alright, Shrine of Punishment Koga. Looks good for the following turn, that's for sure. But I need one more Ultra Ball, for example. Or do I really need it? Yeah, I'm gonna go for one more Ultra Ball just in case. So I can have... I already played 2 energy cards. This play is actually a very risky play. Really it is. Not knowing if I have energy recycle system, I have in 2 more energies. Okay, so it's good. It's good. I'm gonna put that Salandit on the bench and gonna pass my turn. So next turn is gonna be explosive turn. Next turn is the way to go with Mismagius, and then starting with Latencer, Strategy, Koga Strap, and Cynthia. So I'm gonna play 3 supporter cards in just a single turn, and that's gonna be very powerful, as well as I can also use my Stellar Wish. Alright, so Gardevoir and Sylveon GX on the other side of the field, and the Nazball. It's quite obvious that I'm gonna need... I'm probably gonna face another Acerola on the other side of the field. That's for sure, so... as long as I can find just one card, and that one card needs to be some sort of a Escape Board. But in addition to that, I'm also gonna need to find a Grass Energy and Ariados to attack. So I need a lot of piece of puzzles there, that's for sure. And in the matchup versus GX decks, you can actually benefit from playing Mismagius, basically because it won't hurt you. You will still exchange one prize for 2 prize cards and you'll have a lot of time. Oh, there's a Viridian Forest. Well, thanks for that. I mean, sure, right now I don't need to worry if I will get energy. I can just use advantage of Viridian Forest. That's the good way to go. And a Duskstone, which says that you can search a deck for Mismagius, Hunkrow, Chandelier, or Aegislash, and you can evolve. Yeah, you can evolve in the turn 1, and that's the way that my opponent decided to place there. Yep, I didn't expect to see that. So you can have Duskstone for turn 1 Mismagius draw, and then you can have a Latensor Strategy on your turn 1 activated. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. He got me there, I didn't expect that. Fair enough. Let's move on. Let's see what we can get with the Stellar Wish, Rescue Stretcher, Guzma. Do I actually need any of these cards? Maybe just a Rescue Stretcher. Yeah, why not? I mean, but should I use it? That's the better question. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will use it. And I'm gonna burn and poison my opponent, because that's the only thing that I can do. And other than that, I'm gonna play my Koga's Trap as well. Or actually, should I do that? If you have Acerola, then I'm just gonna waste a turn for nothing. Oof, what a messy hand. Alright, it doesn't matter. Oh, I could trade Viridian Forest for Mew and get that grass energy in my hand so I can have one less card in my hand. Why I didn't do that, I have no clue about it. But at least 3 damage counters are on my opponent active Pokemon, and that is something. And I was expecting to be struck by the Acerola, to be honest. As it is. It is as it is. How many Acerolas today we're gonna find out. How many Acerolas we will find out today. How many Acerolas. Should I say that one more time? I guess I should not. Alright, fair enough. I lost my Jirachi, but I do have Marshadow for the let loose. Technically speaking here, I'm gonna throw my Mew out for that grass energy. I'm gonna put Shrine of Punishment in play. I'm gonna use my Salazzle. There we go. After that, I'm gonna put my Misdreavus on the bench. Then I'm gonna use my Mysterious Message, so I can knock my Mismagius out, draw some resources, get pretty much nothing, and depend on the let loose. Hopefully it's gonna be a good let loose, otherwise I'm gonna lose the game. I need Ariados at least. Okay, at least it's here, so yeah, not gonna cry too much. Didn't find supporter card, but it's okay. It's not that I'm running 15 supporter cards. Okay, so there we go. 140, 10 from the poison, 20 from the burn, and I'm ready to see another Acerola play, to be honest. It's just as it is. For the next turn I can have another Rescue Stretcher, and there's a Pokegear 3.0. It's a great exploration, so still he can grab himself a Max Potion play, so it doesn't matter too much. It's probably gonna be a Max Potion play. Struggling to avoid my opponent heal and scoop. Shrine is doing some decent damage for me. My opponent is down to 4 prize cards. If he took a prize card this turn, that's not gonna be good. Power Plant, Max Potion, as expected. What do we even discuss about? Okay, I mean Spider Trap is the way to go for the following turn, that's for sure. This is the only thing that I can do, and I will do it. Or maybe I won't, because there's a switch. my goodness. That's the only thing I can say. Oh my gosh. So he's moving all energies. Alright, looks like. Strong top deck. Netball. Okay, still I can use my last grass energy in my deck. Ends up to be not that bad. With the Rescue Stretcher, unfortunately, I need to use that Mismagius. I need to knock it out because I need hand. But at this moment it hurts a lot. Unfortunately, because I'm letting my opponent to go down to 2 prize cards and no LOT answer strategy. Just like that. Alright, with that being said, I have one Devolution Z. And I have another Salandit, and at least I can try to confuse and poison my opponent active Pokemon. And I can reactive poison him for 140. So maybe he won't be able to get a Hazard on coin flip, retreat, switch, heal, scoop, whatever. Let's see. Another switch. You gotta be kidding me there. But seriously, dude, how many switch options you have? There's even a Mina, so yeah. In case if you don't know what it can say, what it can do, you can search the deck for Fairy Energy and attach it to one of your Fairy Pokemons, or to one of your Pokemons, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it ends up to be a complete head edge. Knocking those Gardevoir GX out, so we can expect to see another Ace Roll, a Scoop, Switch Play, whatever. Once you have 3 energies, you can just hit, heal, hit, heal, hit, heal, and do that over and over and over again. So yeah, this is gonna be a 1 triple poison. And unfortunately for me, only Cynthia. No LOT answer strategy, no nothing. Devolution Z, Netball. But the only thing that I can do, I can just grab another Spinarak and shake my opponent's hand and say well played to him, because he actually got me there. Nothing else I can do. I don't even have energy cards, so yeah, well played. Did my best, but he had Ace Roller, he had Max Potion, couple switch options, plus he even used that Dusk Stone on his turn 1, and there is another Ace Roller for another complete heal for the another knockout with that Clay Storm, and actually he decided to go with that GX attack. Why not? Because it's your turn, last turn, and you're winning the game. And unfortunately, GG with another defeat. Yeah, I mean, still the deck is much better than it looks in the matchup, but I was just completely unlucky to face, you know, so many different, you know, Ace Roller heal options. Other than that, probably some Pokegears would be awesome in this build, so we can much more easier trying to dig out those LOT answer strategies, but that's the reason why I'm running those Stellar Wish Jirachis. But overall, good deck. I really like it. It's a very funny deck to be played, but with so many scoop options and heal off options, yeah, a little bit hard to win against 260, 270 HP Pokemons. Well, they actually screw everything with so many HP in my opinion, but yeah, it's a very good deck. Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos, and yeah, at least try this deck list by yourself and see how lucky you will get with it. So till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.